Good morning from Oshawa. My name is Brian Oliver, and thank you for joining us for today's live stream coverage of this bronze medal game in the 2019 OCAA Men's Baseball Championship here on Sports Canada TV. This will be a matchup between the St. Clair Saints and the Durham Lords, and on the line in this game is a chance to advance to the gold medal game this afternoon at Kinsmen Stadium here. The winner of this game will take on the Humber Hawks, who advanced to the gold medal game, scheduled for 1 o'clock. Humber awaiting the winner of this game, and those two teams will battle it out for the gold and silver medal. The loser of this game will take home the bronze for the 2019 OCAA playoffs. So St. Clair and Durham played yesterday in a round one game, and that game was won by the Durham Lords by a score of 6-2. So the Lords ended up playing last night against the Humber Hawks. They lost that game 10-0, so that was their first loss of the tournament. And St. Clair, with their loss to Durham, also having one loss. That's why they are matched up this morning. And once you lose your second game in this tournament, you are eliminated. So it's a double knockout tournament. St. Clair and Durham each with one loss. The Humber Hawks at this point have no losses. They are 2-0. They posted victories yesterday, as mentioned, over Durham 10-0, and they also beat the Seneca Sting 7-4. Seneca lost both of its games yesterday. They were eliminated from the tournament, and they will be the fourth place finisher for 2019. The St. Clair Saints, no stranger to the podium over the years in the OCAA. They were silver medalists last year, losing the championship game to the Humber Hawks. Prior to that, they had won 5 straight gold medals from 2013 to 2017. So the St. Clair Saints are looking to get back onto the top of the podium with this game against the Durham Lords. The Durham Lords have not medaled in the tournament since 2014 when they won the silver medal, and also in 2013 when they won the silver medal. But Durham has not won a medal in this tournament since 2014. The matchup in this game today, from a pitching standpoint, we've got a couple of good pitchers going for each team, each with very high strikeout to walk ratios. The starting pitcher for the St. Clair Saints, who are the home team in this game, it will be Travis Snyder. He appeared in 8 games this year, started 3 games and compiled a perfect record of 4 wins and no losses, and he threw 3 complete games, notching 27 strikeouts against just 9 walks. So a very good ratio there. And Travis Snyder with a earned run average of 1.27. 1.27 earned run average, which in fact was the best among all pitchers in the OCAA this year as far as earned run average goes. For the Durham Lords, the starting pitcher today will be Jake LeGros. Jake LeGros started 5 games this year, compiled a record of 1 win against 3 losses, but he was the big workhorse of the year for the Durham Lords, leading the team in innings pitched with 31 2/3 innings, compiling a earned run average of 4.42, but 21 strikeouts against just 4 walks. So we've got a couple real good pitchers going against each other today in this bronze medal game here at Kinsmen Civic Memorial Stadium. Conditions are beautiful this morning, perfectly clear blue sky, and the temperature was very cold yesterday because it was so windy. In this game, though, we don't have the same kind of windy conditions, and that will hopefully make conditions a little more favorable for the players. Current temperature, as we check that right now, it is now warmed up to 8 degrees. So that's much more warmer than it was at this time yesterday when it felt like 3 or 4 degrees. The St. Clair Saints are in the white jerseys. They are the home team. And let's take a look at their defensive lineup. It'll be pitcher Travis Snyder, pitching to the catcher Patrick Kibble. The infield looks like this: Michael McKay at first, Carter Ray at second base, Francisco Rivera at short, Riley Warren is the third baseman. In left field, it's Riley Vernon, center field Brendan Renault, and right field is Austin Olds. The designated hitter is Aiden Petrie. The Durham Lords will be wearing their green jerseys, and the leadoff hitter will be Jordan D'Amico. He will be playing third base in this game for the Durham Lords. He'll be followed by Griffin Oliver, the shortstop. Sam Cocker is the catcher. He'll bat third. Fernando Suarez was the DH. He'll bat cleanup. Riley Gray bats fifth. In center field, Connor May at second base will bat sixth, followed by Jake Story in left. Batting seventh, Palmer Cruikshank is the first baseman. And will bat eighth, Jonathan McIntosh, the right fielder, batting ninth. First pitch to Jordan D'Amico is fouled away for strike one, and we are underway at 10:02. D'Amico's hit that ball into the shallow left field, and going back to catch it is the shortstop, Francisco Rivera. That is the first out of the game, so one up and one away. So a quick out for the St. Clair Saints, and that'll bring up the shortstop, number 6, Griffin Oliver. Bats from the left side, facing Travis Snyder. And the first pitch to Oliver is outside for ball one. Travis Snyder leading the OCAA this year in earned run average at 1.27. The right-hander is ready with the 1-0 pitch. Oliver fouls that away. Count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Kinsmen Stadium, a completely enclosed stadium as far as walls go. You can see in the backdrop the concrete walls, pretty high, with vine, particularly in left field and center field. The 1-1 pitch is fouled back. Giving chase is third baseman Riley Warren, and he can't get there. It's out of play. And it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes against Griffin Oliver. Griffin Oliver this year batting .393, 5th in the OCAA. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fouled away again. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. St. Clair in the white jerseys, they are the home team. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fouled away again by Griffin Oliver. It's still 1 ball and 2 strikes. So fouling 3 pitches now with 2 strikes to stay alive. Looking to become the first base runner of the game. Durham Lords in the green jerseys. They are the host team in this tournament, but had to earn their way here. The 1-2 pitch is low, goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Durham, the host venue of the tournament, but had to finish in the top 4 in the league. They did manage to do that with a 12-6 record in the regular season, finishing 3rd place. The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. As that ball tailed in, looked like a curve ball. That's the second out of the inning, 2 away, and that'll bring up the catcher, Sam Conker. Sam Conker was named an OCAA All-Star for 2019 back on Thursday night at the awards banquet. He's a right-handed hitter. Travis Snyder is ready. That pitch is in the dirt, ball 1. Nobody on here. Top of the first inning, just underway. In this bronze medal game, the bronze medal will go to the team that loses this game, and the winner will advance to play the Humber Hawks in the gold medal matchup this afternoon. Snyder's 1-0 pitch is hit up the middle. No, it's not. It's the second baseman, and throwing it over to first base is Carter Ray, over to Michael McKay, and the inning is over. So it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Durham Lords in the top of the first inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We've played half an inning here in Oshawa at Kinsmen Civic Memorial Stadium. Durham, no score, and the St. Clair Saints coming to bat. You're watching OCAA Live. This is the 2019 Men's Baseball Championship live stream on Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct. Going to the home half of the first inning here in this bronze medal OCAA 2019 game between the Durham Lords in green and the St. Clair Saints in the white jerseys. Durham not scoring on the top half of the inning, 3 up and 3 down. The St. Clair Saints now coming to bat. Let's look at the Durham defense. Jake LeGros is the starting pitcher, right-hander. Sam Cocker is the catcher. First baseman is number 12, Palmer Cruikshank. Connor May playing second base in this game. He pitched in last night's game against the Humber Hawks for the Durham Lords. He's at second base. Griffin Oliver is the shortstop. Jordan D'Amico, who has played most of the tournament at second base, moves over to third base for this game. The outfield, Jake Story in left, Riley Gray in center, and Jonathan McIntosh in right field. Fernando Suarez is the designated hitter for the Durham Lords in this game. The St. Clair lineup looks like this, and they've been very successful throughout the tournament so far. Including last night's, or late yesterday afternoon, beating the Seneca Sting 10-0. Carter Ray will be the leadoff batter. He'll be followed by All-Star Brendan Renault and another OCAA All-Star, Michael McKay, who will bat third. So Carter Ray is ready to go. From Harrow, Ontario. He's a rookie second baseman, and he bunts the first ball foul. Looking to get on base right away and challenge that Durham defense. That ball bounced in play, but quickly kicked to the left and went foul on the third base side. So it's no balls and 1 strike to Carter Ray. Jake LeGros, the pitcher, is ready. Here's the 0-1, and it is taken just a bit high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, superb conditions, not windy at all here this morning, unlike yesterday when there was a very strong breeze coming in from left field. There's a strike. Count is 1-2 now to Carter Ray. Jake LeGros getting ahead of the leadoff hitter here for the St. Clair Saints in the bottom of the first inning. No score between Durham and St. Clair. That pitch is popped foul, potentially playable. No, it's going to go out of play on the right side. Palmer Cruikshank, the first baseman for Durham, drifting over there to try and make a play, but that ball just sailed behind the fence here and into the spectator area. Count is 1-2 to Carter Ray. He's the leadoff hitter for the Saints. The 1-2 pitch taken for strike 3 called, and that's the first out. So a good start defensively for the Durham Lords, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Brendan Renault. He's from Amherstburg, just outside of Windsor. He's a third-year player. Renault looks at ball 1 from Jake LeGros. 3 All-Stars on this team in the OCAA for the St. Clair Saints. Brendan Renault, one of them. The 1-0 pitch is taken for strike 1. Michael McKay, also named an All-Star on Thursday night, as well as pitcher Luis Barrios. Dave Cooper, the head coach of St. Clair, was named OCAA Coach of the Year. The 1-1 pitch from LeGros is low and gets away from Sam Cocker, so count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike here to Brendan Renault, just the second batter of the game for the St. Clair Saints. No score, bottom of the first inning. Winner of this game goes to the gold medal matchup this afternoon against the Humber Hawks. 2-1 pitch at the belt is taken for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Brendan Renault. LeGros is ready with the 2-2 pitch. It is fouled away for another foul ball. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Also at stake in this game, in addition to having the chance to take on the Humber Hawks for the gold medal in Ontario this afternoon, as the 2-2 pitch comes in. That is a check swing, but popped into center field. Sort of an excuse me hit, but a good piece of hitting there by Brendan Renault, a protective swing, and he notches it into center field for the first hit of the ball game, and it's a 1-out single for Renault. The winner of this game will also earn a berth to next weekend's national championships that are being hosted by the Humber Hawks in Etobicoke. 6 teams get to go to that tournament, 2 from Ontario. Humber is one of them because they are the host. But because Humber is already in the gold medal matchup, the team that also is in the gold medal matchup will get to go. The bunt is laid down by Michael McKay here. It's a foul ball to the left side. So it goes as a strike. Count is 0-1 to Michael McKay from Miramichi, New Brunswick. And he will trot back to the home plate here to start it again. Brendan Renault is the base runner at first. One away here. Bottom of the first inning. No score between St. Clair and Durham. But as mentioned, Humber hosting the tournament next weekend, one of two Ontario teams there. And the second berth will go to the team that is playing against Humber this afternoon. So the winner of this game will get to play again next weekend in the National Championship Final 6. Count is 0-1. And a big swing by McKay. He misses it, and the count is now no balls and 2 strikes. Durham Lords looking for a ground ball here, trying to turn a double play to get out of this inning. Runner at first, 1 away. Count is 0-2. Taken for strike 3 called. LeGros took a little bit off of that, and it came right over the plate. That's the second strikeout of the inning. Both of them looking. And now there are 2 out, and that'll bring up the cleanup hitter, the left fielder, number 24, Riley Vernon. Again, St. Clair wearing the white jerseys, the Durham Lords wearing the green jerseys in this ball game. St. Clair is the home team. First pitch from LeGros to Vernon is a strike. The base runner at first is Brendan Renault. He singled with 1 out. Keep an eye on him. Over at first base. Does not go. The offering from LeGros is outside, ball 1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Riley Vernon. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes, so LeGros gets ahead of Vernon. Brendan Renault over at first base had 2 stolen bases in the regular season. He was caught stealing twice. So perhaps not a threat, the same threat to run as a couple of other players on the team. The 1-2 pitch, though he does go in that pitch. The throw down to center field, it gets away. It is into center field, and now he's going to take third. Renault goes all the way to third, so he manages to steal second, and Cocker's throw to second base went over into center field, and Riley Gray had to come up with it and throw to third. Renault is now at third base with 2 out. The count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. So that's scored as a stolen base, and that, I guess, will be an error on catcher Sam Cocker. So Renault at third base, 2 out. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Durham trying to keep St. Clair off the board here in the first inning. The 2-2 pitch taken low, and the count goes full, 3-2. So Renault's 3rd stolen base of the year is, again, 2 in the regular season, now 1 here this morning. He's standing on third. Here's a 3-2 pitch from Jake LeGros. It is hit up the middle. Griffin Oliver gets to it, throws on the run, and gets his man. Nice defensive play by Griffin Oliver to rob a base hit there for Riley Vernon. The inning is over. So 1 runner left on base, 1 hit, no runs across. We've played 1 inning here in Oshawa at Kinsmen Civic Memorial Stadium. It is St. Clair and Durham tied at no score. You're watching OCAA Live. This is the 2019 Men's Baseball Championship live stream on Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct.
St. Clair in the bottom of the first, no runs on 1 hit with 1 man.
So one inning complete here in Oshawa at Kinsmen Civic Memorial Stadium. Good morning. Brian Oliver here bringing you play-by-play coverage of this bronze medal game in the OCAA Men's Baseball Championship live stream on Sports Canada TV. No runs for either team in the first inning. Durham was 3 up, 3 down. St. Clair managed to get a base hit and a runner all the way to third base, but a great defensive play ended up snuffing out that rally for the Saints, and we are scoreless after 1. Leading off the top of the second for Durham will be the number 4 hitter, the cleanup hitter, designated hitter, Fernando Suarez. Suarez was the batting champion in the OCAA this year for the Durham Lords with a .455 average, had 12 doubles. Power hitter, tied for third in on-base percentage, takes a strike from Travis Snyder, the starting pitcher for the St. Clair Saints. So right here you have the top ERA pitcher against the top hitter in the OCAA this season. So a good matchup here. Suarez swings at the second pitch and fouls it away, so the count now no balls and 2 strikes. The Lords looking for their first base runner of the game. Snyder is ready to go. The right-hander deals. It's high, ball 1. Fernando Suarez, the batter here, was first, as mentioned, in average, tied for third in on-base percentage at .500, and had a slugging percentage of .673, which was second in the OCAA. The 1-2 pitch is low. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Fernando Suarez. He'll be followed by center fielder Riley Gray and second baseman Connor May. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Snyder, and it's fouled away again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. These two teams in the regular season met 3 times. St. Clair winning twice, both games here in Oshawa. 2-2 pitch is high and outside, ball 3. Count 3-2 now as Suarez works the count back in his favor. St. Clair winning both games here in September. Durham went to St. Clair at the end of September and won there 5-0. And then yesterday defeated St. Clair 6-2 in the first round of the tournament. Suarez hits that ball to short. Francisco Rivera comes up with it, fires over to first, and he's got Suarez for the first out of the second inning. So Snyder wins that battle with Suarez, and that'll bring up the center fielder, number 32, Riley Gray. Riley Gray was an OCAA All-Star as well for the Durham Lords this year, batting .364. He was 9th in average in the league. The left-handed hitter takes a look at strike 1 at the knees. Count is 0-1. 4 straight retired so far by Travis Snyder to start the game for the St. Clair Saints. No score here. We're in the top of the second. Gray bunts that ball, and it goes foul. So he's now down no balls and 2 strikes. The Lords looking for a first base runner. Yesterday they led all the way in their 6-2 victory over St. Clair in the opening round of this tournament. St. Clair, after losing that game, ended up playing an elimination game against the Seneca Sting, and they went on to win that game 10-0 to stay alive and earn a place in this game here this morning. Durham lost 10-0 to Humber last night. As that ball is high, count is 1-2. Durham and Humber last night playing in a very cold night here at Kinsmen Stadium, and Humber winning that game 10-0. So Humber's 2 victories yesterday put them into the gold medal matchup. They are awaiting the winner of this game at 1 o'clock. Riley Gray looks at a pitch at the knees. It's in there for strike 3, and that's the second out of the inning. That's the second strikeout of the game for Travis Snyder. 5 straight retired to start the game for the Saints starting pitcher. And that brings up second baseman number 20, Connor May. Connor May, in his 3rd year as a Durham Lord, fouls that ball to the left side, out of play. Count is 0-1. Connor May played in 16 of the 18 games this year for the Durham Lords. The .289 average. He's behind 0-1 here to Travis Snyder. Hits that ball. It's popped up. Looks like it's playable. Riley Warren at third base is under it. He's got it. The inning is over. So it's another pop out for the Durham Lords, and it's 2 consecutive 3-up, 3-down innings. We've played an inning and a half. There's no score between the Durham Lords and the St. Clair Saints. You're watching OCAA Live. This is the 2019 Men's Baseball Championship live stream on Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct. Go to the home half of the second inning here in Oshawa at Kinsmen Civic Memorial Stadium. No score in this bronze medal game at the OCAA Championship between the Durham Lords, the visiting team, and the St. Clair Saints, the home team. The Durham Lords in green, St. Clair Saints in white. There's only been one hit so far in the ball game, that by Brendan Renault of the St. Clair Saints. Durham still looking for its first base runner of the game. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in this inning for St. Clair, and it'll be shortstop Francisco Rivera to lead things off, wearing jersey number 5, right-handed hitter. He is a rookie St. Clair Saint from Hermosillo, Mexico. So a couple of out-of-province players for the Saints on their roster. They have Luis Barrios from Colombia. They have Emilio Valdez from Miami, Florida. They have pitcher Travis Snyder from Battle Creek, Michigan. Daniel Gosselin, a pitcher from Vancouver, BC. Michael McKay from Miramichi, New Brunswick. They have a lot of players from out of province on this team. First pitch from Jake LeGros to Rivera is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch is high from Jake LeGros. 2 balls and no strikes. Many of the other players on the Saints roster, of course, from the Windsor area. There's a strike from LeGros. 2 balls and 1 strike to Francisco Rivera, the St. Clair shortstop. He'll be followed by Austin Olds, the right fielder, and Aiden Petrie, the designated hitter. LeGros misses with the 2-1 offering, and it's now 3 balls and a strike. Rivera looking to get on base to start this second inning for St. Clair. The 3-1 pitch is hit to the right side. That is a foul ball. So the count now full. Rivera this year played in all 18 games for the Saints, batting .283, had 3 doubles. That ball is hit to the shortstop. Griffin Oliver is up with it, throws over to first, and Palmer Cruikshank catches that ball in the dirt, and that is the first out of the inning. So Jake LeGros fell behind 3-1, but manages to get the first batter of the inning, 1 away.
Now batting right fielder number 9, Austin Olds.
Austin Olds will be the batter. He's the right fielder. Wears jersey number 9, batted .292 in the regular season with 4 doubles and 3 triples. He lays down a bunt, throwing onto first, and no, we're going to have a foul ball called there. So the ball looked to be in play, but immediately the umpire signaled foul. So that ball must have bounced in foul territory, or perhaps hit or made contact with the base runner. So it all goes for naught. It's just a strike, and the count is 0-1 to Austin Olds. Sam Cocker, the catcher, came up with that quickly, fired down to first. Looked like they may have had him had it been a fair ball, but it is nothing more than a strike. So 0-1 is the count to Austin Olds. Jake LeGros, the right-hander, is ready. That ball is fouled hard to the left side and will roll all the way down to the St. Clair bullpen in the far left corner here at Kinsmen Stadium. 352 feet down the left field line. Very big playing surface, and it's a long way to the left field wall here at Kinsmen Stadium. 400 to left center. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Olds. It is lifted to left field. It's over the shortstop and lands in front of left fielder Jake Story. That is a base hit, and it is the second hit of the game for St. Clair and their second base runner. Comes with one out here in the bottom of the second inning in a scoreless game. So Austin Olds is on. He had one stolen base in the regular season, was caught stealing 3 times. The batter will be Aiden Petrie, the designated hitter. So let's see what St. Clair does here with the base runner. Runner does not go. First pitch to Petrie is high, ball 1. Aiden Petrie batted .310 in the regular season. Had a couple of doubles and did hit 1 home run. The 1-0 pitch is low, ball 2. 2-0 to Petrie. One out here in the bottom of the second between St. Clair and Durham. There's no score. St. Clair looking to break out on top here. The 2-0 pitch is hammered to center field. Looks like it's playable for center fielder Riley Gray. He's got it. And we'll throw it back into the infield, and going back to first base is Austin Olds. So 2 away now, and that brings up Riley Warren. Third baseman for St. Clair and the number 8 hitter in the lineup. Will try his luck against Jake LeGros. Riley Warren played in 9 or half of the 18 games this regular season. He looks at strike 1 from Jake LeGros. So he played 9 games. Was 2 for 16 in regular season play for the Saints. 0-1 to Riley Warren. That pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Last inning we saw Brendan Renault test the arm of Sam Cocker. He made it to second base with a stolen base and moved to third on a throwing error as it moved into center field. Let's see what Olds does here. Does not go. Pitch to Warren is in there for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Riley Warren. Runner on first for St. Clair. 2 away. It'll be a 1-2. It's low. If Warren is able to reach, it will be the catcher, number 7, Patrick Kibble, who is on deck. Austin Olds does not have a big lead at first base. 2-2 pitch to Riley Warren. Is low again. The count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Riley Warren. The runner goes with the pitch. It is hit hard to short. That is going to sneak through all the way into center field as it goes right over the second base bag. Olds, who was running with the pitch, digs around second and goes all the way to third on a single by Riley Warren. So now runners at the corners for St. Clair with 2 away, and that brings up the number 9 hitter, Patrick Kibble, the catcher. So threat here for the Saints in the bottom of the second inning. Olds at third, Riley Warren at first. Riley Warren did not have a stolen base. He was not caught stealing, so there's no documentation on his speed at first base. He goes with the pitch, though. Ball is in the dirt. They throw down to second, and it gets away. It's a throwing mistake as Warren goes, and Sam Cocker threw it. It was in the dirt, and there was no chance. It looked like the Lords were trying to cut that ball off and throw it home, but the ball was low, and it goes into center field, and it is a run for St. Clair here in the bottom of the first inning, 1-0 Saints. count is 1-0 to Patrick Kibble. Runner on second now with 2 away. LeGros pitch is in there for a strike. So that'll be an unearned run for the Saints here in the bottom of the second inning. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed. Strike 2. Riley Warren is the base runner at second. The Saints with 1 run here in the bottom of the second to take a 1-0 lead on the Durham Lords. That pitch is off the plate, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2 hits in this inning for St. Clair. Riley Warren's hit that advanced Austin Olds III was a big one. It came on a full count pitch with the runner going. And now a runner comes in on the throw down to second. That pitch to Kibble is high, and now we have a 3-2 count again. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Patrick Kibble. If he reaches, it'll turn the lineup over to leadoff hitter Carter Ray. LeGros is set with a 3-2 pitch. It is taken for ball 4. So Kibble earns a walk, and the 8 and 9 hitters reach base here, and that turns it over to Carter Ray. First walk issued in the ball game by Jake LeGros. Runners at first and second for St. Clair here in the bottom of the second, and a 1-0 lead. Carter Ray is 0 for 1 in the game. He struck out looking in the first. LeGros is in there with a strike. 0-1. Carter Ray batted .259 in the regular season. 3 doubles, 7 runs batted in. Looking to extend a 1-0 lead here. He checks his swing. Did he go around? He did go around. This is the Beal down to first base. And the count goes to 0-2. So LeGros ahead here of Carter Ray. St. Clair looking for more here in the bottom of the second inning. They have broken out on top 1-0. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It is popped to left field. Jake Story is going back, drifting back. It's still in the air, and he brings it in for the third and final out of the inning. But it is a run on 2 hits. There was an error, and 2 runners left on base. We've played 2 innings here in Oshawa at Kinsmen Stadium. St. Clair 1, Durham no score. You're watching OCAA Live. This is the 2019 Men's Baseball Championship live stream on Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct Insurance. Top of the third inning coming up here in Oshawa at Kinsmen Stadium. Good morning, Brian Oliver, bringing you play-by-play of this bronze medal game at the 2019 OCAA Men's Baseball Championship on OCAA Live. The live stream brought to you here on Sports Canada TV and sponsored by Bel Air Direct Insurance. We have played 2 innings. It is a 1-0 lead for the St. Clair Saints over the Durham Lords. The Saints are the home team by virtue of finishing 1 game ahead of Durham in the regular season. So they have the higher seed and have the honor of batting last in each inning. Travis Snyder, the starting pitcher for the Saints, has retired all 6 batters he has faced so far from the Durham Lords. 6 up and 6 down through 2 innings. No runs, no hits at this point for the Lords. St. Clair with 1 run on 3 hits. So it'll be the number 7 hitter. It'll be the left fielder, Jake Story, to lead things off here in the top of the third inning. Durham trailing 1-0. Winner of this game will face the Humber Hawks this afternoon in the gold medal matchup at 1 o'clock. And to win the championship, we'll have to defeat the Hawks twice this afternoon. Story looks at a strike. The first pitch from Travis Snyder, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is just off the plate, and it is a ball and a strike. Yesterday, Durham beat these St. Clair Saints 6-2. But both teams come into this game with one loss. Story hits that ball to the right side. Great play by the first baseman, McKay. He'll flip it over to Snyder, covering at first for the first out of the inning. Michael McKay showing all-star defensive play there as the first baseman had to range to his right to grab that ball and flip it over to his pitcher covering for the first out of the inning. Good defensive play there by the Saints. 7 up and 7 down so far for Travis Snyder. And that'll bring up the first baseman, number 12, Palmer Cruikshank. First baseman will look at a pitch outside. It's one of the rare times so far this morning in this game that Snyder has not thrown a first pitch strike. The 1-0 pitch is outside and low for a count of 2 balls and no strikes. Durham looking for its first base runner of the game here in the top of the third. They trail 1-0. That ball is hit hard, but it's a foul ball, as Palmer Cruikshank got good wood on that, but just a little bit early, and is a foul ball down the left field line. 2 balls and 1 strike to Palmer Cruikshank. 1 away, bases empty here, top third. Cruikshank fouls that one away. That goes foul to the right side. Now the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Travis Snyder has worked the count back to even. Cruikshank steps out for a moment, calls time. Granted by the home plate umpire. Now he's back in. The 2-2 pitch is popped up. Might be playable for Patrick Kibble, the catcher. No, it will not be. It will come back out of play over the fence. And Cruikshank is still alive at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Snyder is ready. It'll be another 2-2 offering. It is hammered again, very hard to the left side, but it is foul. Once again, Cruikshank making really good contact on that, but pulling it just to the foul side of the third base line. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Snyder has the pitch he wants, and here he comes with a 2-2. And it is popped up again to the right side. Might be playable for Michael McKay on the first base side, and he's got it. So it's a pop out to foul territory on the right side as Michael McKay battles the sunshine and coming close to the fence for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 down, and it'll be Jonathan McIntosh, right fielder. 8 straight retired. He lays down a bunt with 2 out. Pitcher Travis Snyder comes up with it, throws it to first, and he's got McIntosh. So McIntosh tries the bunt with 2 out, and it didn't get it. He just got a little too close to the pitcher there, and a good play by Travis Snyder to corral it and throw on to first for the out. So it's 3 up, 3 down again for Durham here in the top of the third inning. We've played 2.5 innings. It is St. Clair leading the Durham Lords 1-0. You're watching OCAA Live. This is the 2019 Men's Baseball Championship live stream on Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct Insurance. Time for the bottom of the third inning here in Oshawa at Kinsmen Civic Memorial Stadium. Bronze medal game, 2019 OCAA Men's Baseball Championship Tournament. This is the bronze medal game. The winner of this game will advance to the gold medal matchup this afternoon against the Humber Hawks. The loser of this game will take home the bronze medal for 2019, and their season will be over. The winner of this game, in addition to playing Humber this afternoon for the Ontario Championship, will also earn a berth to the National Championship next weekend in Etobicoke, that tournament will be hosted by the Humber Hawks. So 2 teams from Ontario get to play in that tournament, and the winner of this game will get to play there next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at Connorville Park in Etobicoke. Well, bottom of the third inning, it'll be the number 2 hitter, Brendan Renault. He has 1 of the 3 hits so far in the ball game for St. Clair as he faces Jake Legros. The count is a ball and a strike. Renault is 1 for 1. He singled, stole a base in the first inning. 1 run on 3 hits so far for St. Clair. No runs on no hits for Durham through their 3 innings. That ball is hit hard to left side. Great play by D'Amico at third. He throws over to first, and he gets his man. Outstanding play by Jordan D'Amico at third base. As that ball looked, if it had gone past him, it was down in the corner. Almost certainly a double and perhaps even a triple. So Jordan D'Amico makes an outstanding play at third, and that's the first out of the second inning, completely robbing Brendan Renault. So that's a big defensive play. That'll bring up Michael McKay. He looks at strike 1 from Jake Legros. McKay is 0 for 1 in the ball game, struck out looking in the first. Nobody on the bases, 1 away here, bottom of the third. That ball is hit hard to left, and the left fielder has to go back and get it, and Jake Story, also looking into the sunshine, gets it for the second out. Another hard hit ball, but McKay is out, 2 away. So a couple of quick outs, but loud outs, to be certain, for St. Clair here in the bottom of the third. 1-0 they lead. And the batter is the cleanup hitter, Riley Vernon, number 24. He grounds it to short. Griffin Oliver will have to play it on a hop. He fires it over to first, and he's got him. So some really good defense here in the third inning by the Durham Lords on some 3 terrific defensive plays, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the first time in the game for St. Clair. So 3 complete now. It is St. Clair leading the Durham Lords by a score of 1-0. You're watching OCAA Live. This is the 2019 Men's Baseball Championship live stream on Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct Insurance. Top of the fourth inning coming up here in Oshawa at Kinsmen Civic Memorial Stadium. Good morning. Thank you for joining us on OCAA Live for this bronze medal game between the St. Clair Saints in white and the Durham Lords in green. 3 innings in the books. It is a 1-0 St. Clair lead. Their only run coming in the second inning on what was a throwing error that led to the only run of the game so far for St. Clair. 1 run, 3 hits for St. Clair. No runs, no hits for Durham. In fact, Travis Snyder, the starting pitcher for the Saints, has retired all 9 batters he has faced so far in this game. Perfect through 3 innings. So it'll be Jordan D'Amico as the lineup turns over. He is 0 for 1, as is everyone on the lineup so far. He popped out to short to lead off the game. D'Amico takes the first pitch, bit high, 1-0. Travis Snyder led the OCAA this year in earned run average at 1.27. It was 4-0, 1-loss record. as D'Amico hits that one hard to right field. It is carrying to the right side. It is gone! It is a home run! Jordan D'Amico with the first hit of the ball game, and it just drifted and carried over the fence in right field. It is a tie game. Home run, Jordan D'Amico, 1-1. And that ignites the Durham bench for sure, as D'Amico, just moments after making a stellar defensive play at third base, comes up on the offensive side and hits a home run over the right field fence to tie the game at 1. The batter now is Griffin Oliver, number 2 hitter. He showed bunt, or looked like he was going to bunt. He takes it low. 1 ball and no strikes to Griffin Oliver. Griffin Oliver lifts that ball to center field. It's going to drift back to the center fielder. Brendan Renault is under it. He's got it for the first out of the inning. Griffin Oliver is out, and it's 1 away. So Jordan D'Amico moments ago hitting a towering home run to right field to tie the game 1-1. It's the only hit of the ball game so far for Durham. 1 away for Sam Cocker. He hits that to the right side. Michael McKay at first base is drifting over into foul territory to try and get it. And he's got it. Popped out to the right side along the fence. Obscured from our vantage point here on the right side. Could not see whether that was caught, but it was caught by McKay, so it's 2 out. So Fernando Suarez will be the batter now. And he takes a strike from Travis Snyder. 1-1 ball game here, top of the 4th inning. Durham getting back on even terms with a home run by Jordan D'Amico. Travis Snyder's pitch is hit to center field. It is going to be caught in center field by Brendan Renault for the 3rd out of the inning. But a big one for the Durham Lords as Jordan D'Amico leads off the inning with a home run to right to tie the game. We've played 3.5 innings here in Oshawa at Kinsmen Civic Memorial Stadium. It is Durham 1 and St. Clair 1. You're watching OCAA Live. This is the 2019 OCAA Men's Baseball Championship live stream on Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct. So, bottom of the 4th inning coming up here at Kinsmen Civic Memorial Stadium in this bronze medal game between the Durham Lords and the St. Clair Saints. A 1-1 ball game. St. Clair with the run in the 2nd inning, an unearned run to make it 1-0, and Durham just moments ago in the top of the 4th getting a home run from Jordan D'Amico to tie the game. So it's 1 run on 1 hit for Durham, 1 run on 3 hits so far for St. Clair. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the St. Clair lineup here in the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Francisco Rivera, Austin Olds, and Aiden Petrie. St. Clair in the white jerseys, they are the home team. Finishing 13-5 in the regular season, they get the higher seed, and they are the home team. Durham Lords in the green jerseys. Jake LeGros is the pitcher for Durham. First pitch is in there at the knees for strike 1. LeGros has given up 3 hits, but he had a 3-up, 3-down inning back in the last inning in the 3rd. LeGros with the 0-1 pitch. It is fouled off the foot of Francisco Rivera, and that hurts. He is doubled over a little bit right now, and that stings, particularly when the weather is cold. It's not as cold as it was yesterday, but it's still a little bit chilly, about 8 degrees Celsius right now at game time. And Rivera is still wincing in pain as he now meets with the training staff of the Saints. And we'll see how he's doing. And the trainer just pats him on the back and says, "You're all right." So we'll give him a few moments here to shake things off. Count is no balls and 2 strikes to Francisco Rivera. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game with a ground out to short. He's walking it off a little bit, and looks like he's ready to come back in right now. But certainly always hurts when a baseball hits the foot or any part of the body, but it stings just a little bit more when it's cold. So Rivera is okay, and he's back in. Count is 0-2. LeGros' pitch is hammered to the left side, foul. Count remains 0-2. We are in the bottom of the 4th inning in this game. Durham 1, St. Clair 1. LeGros' 0-2 pitch is lifted to center field. A little bit shallow. Coming in to get it is Riley Gray. He's got it, and that's the first out of the 4th inning. 5 straight retired now by Jake LeGros, dating back to the 2nd inning. And that'll bring up Austin Olds. He has 1 of the 3 St. Clair hits in this ball game. That came in the 2nd inning. He singled with 1 out. Ended up moving to third base on a subsequent single by Riley Warren. Then he scored on a throwing error. 0-1 the count now to Olds, and that pitch misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Olds is 1 for 1 in the game and has the only St. Clair run of the ball game so far. Bases are empty at the moment. That ball is lifted to center field. Riley Gray is going for it, and he's got it. He had to run a long way and at high speed to bring that in, as that ball was threatening to drop between center and right field. But Olds is retired. A couple of fly ball outs to center field to start this 4th inning. And that'll bring up Aiden Petrie, the designated hitter. He also flied out to center field back in the 2nd inning. So he's 0 for 1. And he takes strike 1 from Jake LeGros. LeGros' 0-1 pitch is inside. The ball and a strike. 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bases empty for the Saints. They are tied with Durham 1-1. That pitch is high from LeGros. 2 balls and 1 strike. If Aiden Petrie is able to reach, the next batter will be Riley Warren, the third baseman. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Good pitch by LeGros. Here's the 2-2. It's low, 3 balls and 2 strikes. LeGros has retired the last 6 St. Clair batters. Looking to make it 7 here. Count is 3 balls and 2 strikes to Aiden Petrie. And he looks at strike 3. The inning is over. So LeGros notches his 3rd strikeout of the game, all of them looking. And it's a 2nd consecutive 3-up, 3-down inning for the Saints. So 4 innings now in the books here in Oshawa at Kinsmen Stadium. It is St. Clair 1 and Durham 1. You're watching OCAA Live. This is the 2019 Men's Baseball Championship live stream on Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct. So we head off to the fifth inning here in a relatively fast-moving game so far here in Oshawa at Kinsmen Stadium. A beautiful, clear fall day as we play the bronze medal game of the OCAA Championships. It is 1-1 between St. Clair and Durham. The winner of this game will advance to the gold medal matchup against the Humber Hawks this afternoon at 1 o'clock. To win the Ontario Championship, Humber would have to lose twice this afternoon to the winner of this game. Riley Gray is the leadoff hitter here in the top half of the fifth for Durham. He's 0 for 1. Struck out looking in the second inning. First pitch from Travis Snyder is fouled away for strike one. 1 run on 1 hit so far for the Durham Lords, but it was a big one. It was a home run in the fourth inning by Jordan D'Amico. St. Clair's only run of the ballgame coming on a throwing error in the second inning. Gray hits that ball hard to the left side, and it is going to land in foul territory, and the count is 0-2. The Lords looking for a base runner, try and start something and maybe try and get the lead here against the Saints. These teams met yesterday in the first round of the tournament. Durham winning that by a count of 6-2. That was St. Clair's first loss of the tournament, but they beat Seneca late yesterday afternoon to stay alive as Gray looks at ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to lead off the fifth inning. The Durham Lords lost their first game of the tournament last night to the Humber Hawks, 10-0. So both teams here with a loss. As Gray looks at a pitch, wow, low at the knees. It's strike 3 taken, and that's the first out of the inning. Gray not pleased with the result of that. Snyder will take it as he gets the low part of the zone for his third strikeout of the game. So 1 away. Top of the fifth, and Connor May will be the batter. The left-hander will look at pitch low for ball 1. Connor May, in his only plate appearance of the game, popped out to the third baseman in the second inning. Travis Snyder with the 1-0 pitch. Sees that ball hit to second base. It goes off the glove of the second baseman, but spinning and firing to make the play on a terrific recovery was Carter Ray. So 2 up and 2 down. Carter Ray had that go off his glove, but kept it near him. Picked up, spinned, and fired over to first for the second out of the inning. So Connor May is out. 2 up and 2 down. It'll be Jake Story. Story 0 for 1 in the ball game. He grounded out to first base in the third inning. Takes a strike from Travis Snyder. Base is empty. Top of the field, runner on first. Story goes with the pitch, swung on and missed. Throw down to third, it doesn't matter because the inning is over with the strikeout. So that is the end of the inning. The Durham Lords strand a base runner at first, and that was the 4th strikeout of the game so far for starting pitcher Travis Snyder. So 4.5 complete here in Oshawa at Kinsmen Stadium. It is Durham 1 and St. Clair 1. You are watching OCAA Live. This is the 2019 OCAA Men's Baseball Championship live stream. Sports Canada TV brought to you by Bel Air Direct. Welcome back to Oshawa. It is bottom of the fifth time now for the St. Clair Saints as they come to the plate in a 1-1 tie with the Durham Lords in this bronze medal game. The winner of this game will advance to the gold medal matchup against the Humber Hawks this afternoon, and will have to defeat the Humber Hawks twice to win the Ontario Championship in this double elimination tournament. Humber Hawks are 2-0 in the tournament. Both of these teams are 1-1. So a lot on the line here as the first pitch from Jake LeGros is taken by Riley Warren for strike one. Here to lead off the fifth inning, it'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for the Saints. LeGros, that pitch is fouled hard. Once again, St. Clair Saint fouls the ball off of his shoe, and Riley Warren had that hit his left foot, and he is winced over in pain. We saw that happen in the last inning to Francisco Rivera, the shortstop, and he is going to take a moment to try and have that sting wear off a little bit. Riley Warren is 1 for 1 in the ball game. He singled and has one of 3 hits so far for the Saints in the game. Singled back in the second inning. He is now down 0-2 here to Jake LeGros. As LeGros takes that pitch, or that pitch is taken rather by Riley Warren just off the plate, and the count is 1-2. LeGros was hoping to get that one. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's fouled away by Warren. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count remains. Riley Warren, his single back in the second inning came on a 3-2 pitch, as he had done a lot to try and stay alive in the count and managed to get a base wrap off of Jake LeGros. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and he's done it again as it drops in front of the center fielder, Riley Gray. So Riley Warren once again with a 2-strike hit for the St. Clair Saints. It's a leadoff base runner here in the bottom of the fifth inning for the Saints in a 1-1 game. That'll bring up Patrick Kibble, the number 9 hitter. He's the catcher. He walked in his only plate appearance of the game so far, and in a situation like this, you pretty much would expect to see a bunt. And Jake LeGros at third base is in on the grass, the third baseman for the Lords, and he does square to bunt, and he gets it down. Well done. They will throw on to first to get the out, and that is a sacrifice bunt for Patrick Kibble. So just as the doctor ordered for the St. Clair Saints, Kibble will trot back to the dugout with a sacrifice bunt that moves Riley Warren into scoring position with 1 away and turns the lineup over to Carter Ray. So Riley Warren is in scoring position here with 1 out in the bottom of the fifth inning in a tie ball game. Carter Ray now the batter, the leadoff hitter for the Saints. 0 for 2 in the game. He looks at strike 1 from Jake LeGros. Ray struck out looking in the first. He flied out to left field in the second. St. Clair with the go-ahead run at second base right now. That ball is popped foul, and LeGros is quickly ahead 0-2. Saints 1, Lords 1, bottom of the fifth, in a very well-pitched ball game. The 0-2 pitch is low, ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. St. Clair with 1 run and 4 hits so far. 1 run on 4 hits. For the Lords, 1 run on 1 hit. That being a home run by Jordan D'Amico. The 1-2 pitch is lifted to right field. Could be trouble. No, it's caught. Jonathan McIntosh had to run and get that, and he got to it. That is a big out for the Durham Lords on defense. It's the second out of the inning. So Carter Ray 0 for 3 in the game now. And that will bring up center fielder Brendan Renault. So he comes up now with 2 away and the tying run at second base in the form of Riley Warren. Brendan Renault is 1 for 2 in the ball game. He singled in the first inning. He looks at a strike from Jake LeGros. Riley Warren led off this inning with a single on a 1-2 pitch. He is now standing at second base after he was sacrificed over to second by Patrick Kibble. Carter Ray subsequently flied out to right. There's a swing and a miss as Renault is over top of that, and Jake LeGros is ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. The Saints looking to regain the lead here in the bottom of the fifth inning in a 1-1 game. The Saints with their run in the their run in the second inning to take a 1-0 lead. Durham tied it with a home run in the fourth, and that's where we stand right now, 1-1, bottom of the fifth. Count is 0-2 to Brendan Renault. 2 away, runner on second. LeGros 0-2 pitch is just low for ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Brendan Renault. Renault was one of 3 OCAA All-Stars for the St. Clair Saints this year. Count is 1-2. LeGros is ready. That ball is hit to short. Griffin Oliver has it. He will throw on to first, and he's got his man. The inning is over. So that threat ends. There was 1 hit, 1 runner left on base, and no runs scored. So 5 innings complete now here in Oshawa at Kinsmen Stadium. In a real tight ball game, it is Durham 1 and St. Clair 1. You're watching OCAA Live. This is the 2019 Men's Baseball Championship live stream on Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct. So moving right along now as we go to the 6th inning here in Oshawa at Kinsmen Stadium in this bronze medal game between the Durham Lords and the St. Clair Saints. It is a 1-1 ball game as St. Clair with 1 run on 4 hits, Durham with 1 run on 1 hit. They've only had 2 base runners in the game. Jonathan McIntosh, will be the leadoff hitter for the Durham Lords here in the top of the 6th inning. Looking to get on base. He's 0 for 1 in the game, grounded to the pitcher. McIntosh looks at strike 1 from Travis Snyder. Travis Snyder, starting pitcher, still in the ball game, has given up just the 1 hit, and he's hit 1 batter. That's it. Otherwise, it's an unblemished score sheet for Snyder. The 1-0-1 pitch is low for a ball and a strike to Jonathan McIntosh. He's the number 9 hitter in the Durham lineup. McIntosh is ready, so is Snyder. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's taken, strike 2. McIntosh would like to get on base if he can here for the Lords and turn the lineup back over to the top of the lineup. Jordan D'Amico, who hit the home run for Durham, is on deck. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Taken inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to McIntosh. Durham Lords in green, St. Clair Saints in white. St. Clair is the home team. The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. That is the 5th strikeout of the ball game for Snyder. And that'll bring up Jordan D'Amico. D'Amico has the only hit of the ball game so far for the Durham Lords. It was a home run to lead off the 4th inning, and that tied the game, and we're still stuck at 1-1 right now. So you have to think that Travis Snyder's going to be a little careful here with D'Amico, with 1 away and nobody on. And he's very high with the first offering to D'Amico, and it's ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away here, top of the 6th in a 1-1 ball game. Durham and St. Clair. Here's the 1-0 pitch to D'Amico. Big swing, fouled away, strike 1. Top of the 6th inning, 1-1 game. Durham batting. D'Amico with the 1-1 Pitch, he hits that hard to short, and it's going to get past, or it's going to hit the shortstop. It's just too hard to field there for Francisco Rivera. He managed to get to it, but it ate him up, and probably was hit so hard, probably going to be scored a hit. We'll wait and see what the official count is on that, or what the score is on that, but to me it was a very hard hit ball, and D'Amico with his speed gets down to first in plenty of time. There was no throw. So it's a base runner. The go-ahead run now on base for Durham here in the top of the 6th inning. The batter will be Griffin Oliver. Oliver had 3 hits in the 2 games yesterday for the Lords. He's 0 for 2 so far in this ball game. He struck out in the 1st. He flied out to center in the 4th. D'Amico gets his lead at first. Does not go. Griffin Oliver hits that ball hard to center field, but it's looks like it's going to be playable. Drifting back is the center fielder, Brendan Renault. He's got it for the 2nd out of the inning. Oliver gave it a good ride there, but Renault had plenty of time to drift back and haul it in for the 2nd out of the inning. So D'Amico has to go back to first. And that will bring up Sam Cocker. Sam Cocker is 0 for 2 in this ball game. Durham with a base runner here in the top of the 6th on first base. That would be the go-ahead run for Jordan D'Amico at first base. D'Amico a threat to run, by the way. He had 5 stolen bases during the regular season. And they throw back over to first as the Saints are probably very much aware of D'Amico's speed. D'Amico, Griffin Oliver, and Riley Gray all had 5 stolen bases this year for the Durham Lords. So D'Amico was not caught stealing at all this year, so he gets a bit of a lead there at first. Does not go. Pitch to Sam Cocker is high for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. The Lords would really like to get D'Amico into scoring position. With 2 away, they've got Cocker up here, and then designated hitter Fernando Suarez on deck. Count is 1 ball and no strikes to Sam Cocker. Runner goes. That ball is hit to the right side and just foul. So count as a ball and a strike now. If that ball had gotten past first base with D'Amico running, he at least would have got the 3rd. It might have even been a potential scoring opportunity for the Durham Lords. So everything resets. Runner on first here, 2 out, count of 1 ball and 1 strike to Sam Cocker. Runner does not go. Cocker fouls that one away again, and it's 1-2. 1 run on 2 hits in this ball game. Both of those hits by Jordan D'Amico for the Durham Lords. A home run and now a single here in the 6th inning. 1-1 is the score. Runner goes. Cocker hits that one hard to right field. It's drifting to right field, but they've got the right fielder there, and Austin Olds is able to bring that in for the 3rd out of the inning. So Cocker got some good wood on it, but not able to get it past the right fielder, Austin Olds. So it is another scoreless inning for the Durham Lords. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. There were no errors. So we've played 5.5 now here at Kinsmen Stadium in Oshawa. The score remains Durham 1 and St. Clair 1. You're watching OCAA Live. This is the 2019 OCAA Men's Baseball Championship live stream on Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning here in Oshawa at Kinsmen Stadium in a very fast-moving game and a great pitcher's duel between the Durham Lords and the St. Clair Saints. We are knotted at 1, as the St. Clair Saints, the home team in the white jerseys, coming to the plate to bat in the home half of the sixth. For St. Clair, 1 run on 4 hits off of Jake LeGros, who continues here in the 6th inning. And for the Durham Lords, 1 run on 2 hits. That 1 run coming on a home run by Jordan D'Amico back in the 4th inning. St. Clair's run coming on a throwing error after a couple of singles and a walk back in the 2nd inning for the St. Clair Saints. So 1 in the 2nd for St. Clair, 1 in the 4th for Durham, and that's where we stand. Bottom of the 6th inning, and St. Clair will be looking to take the lead here with the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. It'll be Michael McKay, Riley Vernon, and Francisco Rivera scheduled up for the Saints here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Michael McKay will be the leadoff hitter. First baseman for the Saints steps in, shows bunt, takes it back, and it is ball 1. McKay is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Struck out looking in the first, flied out to left in the 3rd inning. LeGros 1-0 offering is in there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. LeGros has struck out 3 Saints so far in the ball game. The 1-1 from LeGros is taken for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Michael McKay of the St. Clair Saints. He's the leadoff hitter here for the Saints in the bottom of the 6th inning in a tie 1-1 game. Taken, strike just off the corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And some of the supporters on the Durham side, the fans, thought that may have been strike 3. LeGros' pitch is in the dirt, and it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes to Michael McKay. So he's worked the count into his favor after falling behind. It's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. McKay looking to be a leadoff base runner here for the Saints in the 6th. Pitch is taken high for ball 4. So McKay gets a walk out of it, and down he goes to first base. And Michael McKay, definitely a threat to steal. He was tied with stolen bases, the stolen bases lead on the St. Clair Saints this year with 9. He was successful on 9 stolen bases, only caught stealing once. Carter Ray also had 9 stolen bases for St. Clair this year. McKay is on first. He gets his lead, does not go. Scoring to bunt is Riley Vernon. He takes it back. Ball 1. So the Saints may have something cooking here in the 6th inning. So they have the go-ahead run on first here with nobody out in a 1-1 game. Michael McKay drawing that walk off of Jake LeGros. Bunt shown, taken back, taken for a strike. So nothing going on there. McKay did not go. Michael McKay is the base runner at first. He does not go. Vernon attempts to bunt it, and he fouls it, and it hits Sam Cocker, and we're going to have a bit of a delay here as the ball went off the catcher, and the umpire will go out and give Sam Cocker, the catcher, a moment to regroup. And in fact, they're going to make sure he's all right as the coaches come and make sure that Cocker is okay, as that bunt attempt went off the bat of Riley Vernon and then hit Cocker. But he's all right, and we're ready to go. Riley Vernon, by the way, in the game 0 for 2. He grounded out twice to short. 1-2 is the count. McKay, the base runner at first. He does not go. Pitch is low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Riley Vernon trying to advance the base runner Michael McKay into scoring position here with nobody out in the bottom of the 6th inning. McKay does not go. Vernon hits that ball to left side, and it's a base hit as it gets past Jordan D'Amico at third. It was just hit too hard, and that is a hit. That is the 5th hit of the game for the Saints, and it moves Michael McKay over to second base. So it's 1st and 2nd now for St. Clair here, bottom of the 6th inning in a 1-1 game. They have 2 runners on and nobody out, and the batter will be Francisco Rivera. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game, and with a lot on the line here in the 6th inning in a tie game, the Durham Lords are going to talk about things on the mound. Francisco Rivera, 0 for 2 in the ball game, and with runners at first and second and nobody out, you might expect a bunt situation here, as Rivera will wait for the Durham conference to conclude on the mound, and that's probably what Durham is talking about right now, is what their defensive options are here, depending on what happens. But either way, the Lords will be looking to try and at least get one out. They know that Rivera is 0 for 2 in the ball game. We don't have extended stats, unfortunately, to know if any sacrifice bunts were laid down this year by Rivera. But certainly a possibility here as Durham looks to have its defense ready. Francisco Rivera is a rookie player from Hermosillo, Mexico. 5'8" shortstop. Coming up in a big situation here. His team tied 1-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning in a huge game. They will look back to second, and Jake LeGros stepped off the mound but did not throw back to second base. Michael McKay is the base runner at second. Riley Vernon at first, reaching on a walk and a hit. LeGros' pitch is taken, and they've got the runners caught here. Palmer Cruikshank will throw it down to third. They've got the runner hung up between second and third, and they will tag out Michael McKay at second base. Michael McKay, as Sam Cocker caught that pitch and fired it down to first, the base runners were going, and it was Riley Vernon in between first and second who was caught in the rundown, and then McKay started running to between second and third, and then Palmer Cruikshank, the first baseman, threw over to Jordan D'Amico at third, and Jordan D'Amico ended up making the tag on McKay. So that erases one of the base runners. It's a big out for the Durham Lords here now, one away with a runner on second. So score that 2-3-5. Riley Vernon moves up, though, to second base, so he's in scoring position, but probably not quite as fast a runner as Michael McKay. Count is 1-0 here to Francisco Rivera. Runner on second with one out. 1-1 game. LeGros' pitch fouled away. 1 ball and 1 strike. So let's set it again here. Bottom of the 6th inning. Durham 1, St. Clair 1. Winner of this game goes to the gold medal championship round this afternoon against the Humber Hawks. So the hero of this game still yet to be determined. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 away here. Runner on second. Rivera fouls that ball to the right side. Palmer Cruikshank going after it, and he will not get to it. It's a foul ball and out of play, and the count is 1-2. In this 6th inning, St. Clair, Michael McKay led off with a walk. Riley Vernon followed with the single to get runners at first and second, but then the Saints got caught in a rundown, and McKay was erased. That ball is hit to second base. Connor May has got it. It looked like it was going to be lined to him, and it dropped. And wisely getting back to second base is Riley Vernon, so he's still safe there at second, but Rivera is retired with a ground out to second base, so Connor May making that play. That is the second out of the inning. So now it's Austin Olds who will try and get the go-ahead run home for the St. Clair Saints here in the 6th with 2 away and Riley Vernon on second base. Austin Olds is 1 for 2 in the ball game. He singled in the second. He flied out to center in the 4th. Takes a strike from Jake LeGros. The count is 0-1. Austin Olds has scored the only run of the game so far for St. Clair. That was in the 2nd inning. 0-1, 2 out, runner on second in a tie game. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Number 9 against number 9 here. Olds wears jersey number 9 for the Saints. Jake LeGros, the pitcher, wears jersey number 9 for the Lords. Count is 0-2. Fouled away as Olds stays alive on that pitch that LeGros took a little bit off of it, trying to get the batter out in front and end this inning. St. Clair with the go-ahead run at second base here with 2 away in a tie ball game. Bottom of the 6th inning, Durham and St. Clair tied at 1. LeGros looks in for the sign. Vernon has his lead at second. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Taken, strike three called. The inning is over. A big strikeout there for Jake LeGros, his fourth of the ball game. And St. Clair had runners at first and second with nobody out, and they failed to score, and the game remains tied. So, 6 complete here. A 1-1 ball game. Great one between the St. Clair Saints and the Durham Lords. 7th inning coming up. Should be exciting. You're watching OCAA Live. This is the 2019 Men's Baseball Championship. Live stream on Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct. Well, fasten your seatbelts, everyone. We're going to the 7th inning in a 1-1 ball game here in the bronze medal game between the Durham Lords and the St. Clair Saints. 1 run on 5 hits for St. Clair, 1 run on 2 hits for Durham. It's been a pitcher's gem for both pitchers, Travis Snyder of St. Clair and Jake LeGros of Durham. Snyder will remain in the game as the pitcher for the Saints. In the first pitch of the 7th inning is to designated hitter Fernando Suarez, and it's a ball. Suarez is 0 for 2 in the game, looking to get on base and become just the 4th base runner of the game for the Lords. He takes a strike. The count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Suarez grounded to short in the 2nd. He flied out to center field in the 4th. Suarez hits that ball. It's a chopper to 3rd. It bounces nicely for Riley Warren, and he throws it down to 1st for the out. 1 away. So that'll bring up Riley Gray, the center fielder for the Lords. He is 0 for 2 in the ball game. He has struck out twice, both times looking. But Gray was one of the top hitters in the OCAA during the regular season. He takes a ball there from Travis Snyder. Riley Gray was 9th in the OCAA batting average this year with an average of .364. Travis Snyder has the 1-0 pitch. That ball is lifted foul left side and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 away here in the top of the 7th inning. Tie ball game. Durham 1, St. Clair 1. The only run of the ball game for Durham coming on a home run by Jordan D'Amico back in the 4th. The 1-1 pitch is hit to second base. Carter Ray is up with it. He underhands it over to 1st to Michael McKay, and that's the 2nd out. So 2 quick outs as Travis Snyder continues to mow through the Durham lineup. And Connor May will be the batter. He is 0 for 2 in the ball game with a pop out to 3rd and a ground out to 2nd. First pitch from Travis Snyder is taken at the knees for strike 1. The Lords looking to get the go-ahead run on base here in the top half of the 7th inning in a 1-1 game. Connor May lifts that ball to left field. Should be playable for Riley Vernon. He's drifting back. He's got it. The inning is over. So very quickly, 3 up and 3 down here for the Lords in the 7th inning. So no runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We've played 6.5, and now the Saints coming up with a chance to win the ball game in the bottom of the 7th in a 1-1 game. You're watching OCAA Live. This is the 2019 OCAA Men's Baseball Championship live stream on Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct. So we go to the bottom of the 7th inning here in a 1-1 ball game. The St. Clair Saints and the Durham Lords. 1 run on 5 hits so far for St. Clair. 1 run on 2 hits so far for the Durham Lords as we go to the bottom of the 7th, and a chance for the St. Clair Saints as the home team to walk it off and advance to the gold medal matchup this afternoon against the Humber Hawks. The Durham Lords will have to hold the Saints here in the bottom of the 7th and hope for extra innings. It'll be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for the Saints here in the home half of the 7th, and it'll be Aiden Petrie to lead things off, the designated hitter. He is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Jake LeGros' pitch to Petrie is taken high for ball 1. The Saints in the last 2 innings have managed to get the first batter on base. 1-0 pitch from LeGros is in there for a strike. 1-1. So in the 5th inning and the 6th inning, each time the Saints got the first batter on base, but they failed to score and take the lead. LeGros' pitch is in there for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Aiden Petrie. Awaiting on deck is Riley Warren, who has 2 hits in the ball game for the Saints. LeGros' pitch taken, strike 3 called as it just catches the corner. That's the 5th strikeout of the game for Jake LeGros, and the Saints do not get the leadoff batter on. 1 away. And that'll bring up Riley Warren. He has 2 of the 5 hits so far in the ball game for the Saints. 2 for 2. He singled in the 2nd. He singled in the 5th. Each time with 2 strikes. That time he hits the ball on the ground to Jordan D'Amico at 3rd. Throws over to 1st, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. So D'Amico makes a big play there, and quickly 2 away here for the Saints in the 7th inning. And that brings up the catcher, Patrick Kibble. Kibble has no line as far as hits and at-bats in this game. He walked in the 2nd, and he laid down a sacrifice bunt in the 5th. So 0 for 0 as far as average goes. And he comes up here with nobody on and 2 out in the 7th inning. Jake LeGros' pitch to Kibble is in there for a strike. 0-1. Kibble is the number 9 hitter, hoping to get on base for Carter Ray, the leadoff hitter. The 0-1 pitch is hit off the glove of LeGros. He will field it, throw over to 1st. It's high, and Palmer Kirkshank goes up to get it and brings it in for the out to retire Patrick Kibble. So score that pitcher to first base. It's 3 up, 3 down for the Saints in the 7th inning. And guess what? We're going to extra innings here at Kinsmen Stadium, and the extra innings rules will be in effect. The international rules for extra innings, and that would mean that each team will start with 2 runners on base to start an inning. And we'll sort that out for you in just a moment as the umpires will go over the rules in just a moment. The 8th inning coming up in a moment here at Kinsmen Stadium. You're watching OCAA Live in a 1-1 game. This is the 2019 OCAA Men's Baseball Championship live stream on Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct. Welcome back to Oshawa Kinsmen Civic Memorial Stadium, and it is the bronze medal game of the OCAA 2019 Men's Baseball Championship. Brian Oliver here. Glad you could join us, and stay tuned for this one. This is going to be interesting. We are going to extra innings here between Durham and St. Clair in a 1-1 ball game. 1 run on 2 hits for Durham, 1 run on 5 hits for St. Clair, as each pitcher has been outstanding in this ball game. And to try and break the tie, we go to international rules. And that means the last 2 outs of the previous inning will be on base to start the inning. So that means Riley Gray will be the base runner at 2nd for Durham, and Connor May will be the base runner at first for the Durham Lords. And leading it off will be Jake Story for the Lords, with runners at first and second and nobody out here under the tie-breaking rules. Story squares to bunt and takes it back and takes strike one from Travis Snyder, who continues as the starting pitcher in this game. He will carry it forward into the 8th inning here for St. Clair. First and second, nobody out. Runners on base because of the tiebreaker rule. St. Clair will get the same opportunity, of course, in the bottom half of the inning. Story fouls that bunt attempt away, and it's 0-2. Story in the ball game is 0 for 1. He grounded to first in the 3rd, and he was hit by a pitch in the 5th. Durham looking to take the lead here in the top half of the 8th inning. Jake Story with an 0-2 count facing Travis Snyder. That pitch is low. Ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jake Story. Story will be followed by first baseman Palmer Cruikshank and right fielder Jonathan McIntosh. Count is 1-2 to Story. Pitch is fouled away. Story stays alive. In a tie-breaking situation here in extra innings, the winner of this game will face Humber this afternoon in the gold medal matchup. The loser of this game will take home the OCAA bronze medal, but will be done for the season. 1-2 to Jake Story. Pitch is chopped. It's in play to the shortstop. They will flip to second, and it's safe. Safe at second base as Connor May got a great jump. It was a high chopper, and it was rolling very, very slowly to Francisco Rivera, and the Saints do not get the ball over quickly enough to second base. Everybody is safe. So it's a fielder's choice for Jake Story. So now the bases are loaded for the Durham Lords here in the top of the 8th inning in a 1-1 game. Bases loaded, nobody out, and it's Palmer Cruikshank, first baseman at the plate. He is 0 for 2 in the ball game. He fouled out to the first base side in the 3rd, and he struck out swinging in the 5th. Riley Gray is the base runner at 3rd, Connor May at 2nd, Jake Story at 1st. Travis Snyder's pitch is really high for ball 1 to Palmer Cruikshank. Jonathan McIntosh is on deck. Durham trying to break a 1-1 deadlock here in the top of the 8th inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Travis Snyder. Taken high, ball 2. 2-0. Patrick Kibble, the catcher, will fire it back to Travis Snyder, who's now behind 2 balls and no strikes to Palmer Cruikshank. And he has not been behind in the count very often this game. The pitcher is, that is Snyder. Here's the 2-0, and it hits Palmer Cruikshank. And that is a run scored. A hit batter gives Durham a 2-1 lead here in the top of the 8th. So coming home to score is Riley Gray. Connor May will move up to third base. Jake Story moves to second, and Palmer Cruikshank now on first. So it's a hit batter, and that scores the second run of the game for the Durham Lords. 2-1 for Durham here in the top half of the 8th. We are in a tiebreaker situation. The Lords started this inning with runners automatically placed at first and second. Jake Story hit into a fielder's choice that the Saints were not able to get a force out at second. That kept the bases loaded. Palmer Cruikshank just hit by a pitch to bring home the second run of the game. So it's 2-1 for Durham. The bases remain loaded. And we're going to see a pinch hitter here. Jason Krause is going to pinch hit here for Jonathan McIntosh in the top of the 8th inning. McIntosh was 0 for 2 in the ball game, so Krause will come on here with the bases loaded, nobody out, looking to extend a 2-1 lead here for Durham in the extra innings. That ball is in play on the third base side, and it kicks off the grass and goes foul. That was That was a really fortunate bounce for the St. Clair Saints there, as that ball was clearly in play, and just as it made its last bounce, it hit the grass and kicked left, just on the lip of the grass, and shot over to the left side and went foul. That was a really tough play there for Riley Warren at third base. So the St. Clair Saints get a big break there on the bounce on the infield, and the count is 0-1 to Jason Krause. Bases loaded, 1 run in here in the 8th inning so far for the Durham Lords. They lead it 2-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That ball is hit to second base. It's on the ground. They will try and turn 2, and they don't. They throw it away at first. 1 run is in. Here comes another. There's going to be a play at the plate. Safe at home. Safe at home. Jake Story comes all the way around from second, and 2 runs come in. It is a 4-1 lead now for the Durham Lords. So it's a fielder's choice for Krause, who reaches at first. Connor May came in on the play for the 3rd run for Durham. Jake Story came around from second with the 4th run. Palmer Cruikshank was out at second on the force out, 4-6. So 1 away here. 3 runs in, 1 away, and a runner on first, Jason Krause. So, and there was an error that allowed Krause to reach. So that's rather an error and not a fielder's choice. Error against the shortstop, I believe that was, who threw over to first base, and Michael McKay was not able to get the ball. D'Amico squares to bunt. They will throw back down to first. They've got Jason Krause in between first and second, and they get him in a rundown. He is out at second base. So base running mistake by Krause there for the 2nd out of the inning. So score that 2-3-6. Krause is retired. That's the 2nd out of the inning. Now the bases are empty for Jordan D'Amico, who has 2 hits in the ball game, one of them a home run back in the 4th inning. He singled in the 5th. Count is 0-1, and that ball is inside and tight low. D'Amico has to get out of the way. The count is 1 ball and 1 strike. So lots happening here in the top half of the 8th inning. 3 runs are in at this point for the Durham Lords. 4-1 for Durham, top of the 8th. We're in extra innings. D'Amico pops that ball up. That's going to be playable for Michael McKay, the first baseman. He has got it, and the inning is over. So, it is a big inning, though, with the tiebreaker rules in effect. And the first 2 base runners on base, the same thing will happen here for St. Clair in the bottom half of the inning. But the Lords do score 3, and they lead after 7.5 innings. Going to the bottom of the 8th in just a moment, it is Durham 4 and St. Clair 1. Don't miss the bottom of the inning coming up. You're watching OCAA Live. This is the 2019 OCAA Men's Baseball Championship. Live stream on Sports Canada TV, brought to you by Bel Air Direct. So we go to the bottom of the 8th inning here. We are in extra innings in this bronze medal game here in Oshawa at Kinsmen Stadium. Brian Oliver bringing you coverage and play-by-play of this bronze medal game between the Durham Lords and the St. Clair Saints. It was 1-1 after 7 innings, so we went to extra innings. Durham scored 3 in the top of the 8th to take a 4-1 lead, and that's where we are right now as St. Clair comes up in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And with tiebreaker rules, the first 2, each team gets 2 base runners at first and second with nobody out. And those are the last 2 outs from the previous inning. So for the Saints, that'll be Riley Warren who will start the inning at second base, and Patrick Kibble, who was the last out of the 7th inning for St. Clair, he will be at first base. So the Saints will have runners at first and second with nobody out. They trail by 3, and it'll be the top of the order for the Saints. It'll be the 1, 2, and 3 hitters, Carter Ray, Brendan Renault, and Michael McKay here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Durham leading 4-1. Jake LeGros, starting pitcher, stays in the game for the Lords, and he throws a pitch, strike 1 to Carter Ray. Carter Ray is 0 for 3 in the ball game. He's struck out looking, he flied out to left, and he flied out to right. Jake LeGros has given up 1 run on 5 hits through 7 innings. LeGros is ready with the 0-1 pitch, and it is a hit batter. And you know, I'll say something. Carter Ray really stuck his arm out there at the ball and hit him. And what are we going to see here? Yes, that's the umpire's calling. Carter Ray, the batter, completely stuck his left arm out at the ball there. There was no doubt. It was very obvious that he was trying to get hit by the pitch, and he stuck his left arm out and was hit by the pitch. St. Clair thought they had a hit by pitch there, but the umpire has ruled that it was an intentional. He intentionally tried to be hit by the ball there. He did not try to get out of the way of it, and he leaned into it. I don't think there's any doubt in that. But the Saints are arguing the call by the umpire, and it'll be a reset. First and second again with nobody out, and Carter Ray is back in the batter's box, and the count is a ball and a strike. Undoubtedly, Ray put his left arm out at that. He's got a big pad on his left arm. So it'll be 1-1. Jake LeGros is ready. That pitch is hammered to second base, and it's off the glove of Jason Krause at second, and everybody is going to be safe. Runners at first, second, and third now for the Saints with 1 away, as Jason Krause, now playing at second base, was not able to come up with that ball, and it's a base hit for Carter Ray. So it all ends up working out the same as it would have been had he been hit by the pitch. That moves Riley Warren to third, Patrick Kibble to second, and now Carter Ray at first. And that brings up Brendan Renault, OCAA All-Star, 1 for 3 in the ball game, singled in the first and stole a base. He's grounded out twice. 4-1 Durham here, bottom of the 8th inning. Jake LeGros will see that pitch pop to Krause at second base. He drills back, he's got it, and he has it for the first out of the inning. So Brendan Renault pops out to second base, and that is the first out of the 8th inning. 4-1, Durham leading. The Saints with the bases loaded here on the tiebreaker rules. They started with runners at first and second. Carter Ray followed with a single off the glove of Krause to load the bases. Brendan Renault just popping out to Krause at second base. So the bases loaded with 1 away. Michael McKay is the batter. He is 0 for 2 in the ball game with a walk. First baseman takes strike 1 from Jake LeGros. Lords looking for an out here, a double play, perhaps to end it. Saints looking to cash in and claw back from this 4-1 deficit here in extra innings. Count is 0-1 to McKay. He puts that ball in play. It's to short. Griffin Oliver has it at second. Throw to first. Over to first. It's out at second. And it's out. No, the game is over. They call interference at second base on the Saints. They call interference on Carter Ray sliding into second base as the Lords tried to turn the double play, and that's a second out. That ends up being a double play, and the game is over. The Durham Lords win in extra innings 4-1. Wow, what a crazy turn of events here in extra innings as the Durham Lords score 3 in the extra inning, and then the Saints had the bases loaded with nobody out. They had a pop out for the first out. There was a ground out to short as the Lords were trying to turn a double play. Griffin Oliver came up with the ball. He fired it over to second base. And for the second out, as Carter Ray was forced out, but the umpire called Carter Ray for interfering with Jason Krause as he tried to turn the double play over to first, and that was the third out of the inning to end the game. So it's a final score of 4-1 for the Durham Lords. The Durham Lords will play the Humber Hawks at 1 o'clock in the gold medal matchup. They will have to beat Humber twice this afternoon in order to win the OCAA championship. The St. Clair Saints, as they shake hands with the Durham Lords here, will have to go home with the bronze medal, and that's the first time in the last 7 years that the St. Clair Saints have not finished at least with a gold medal or a silver medal. They won silver last year, and the 5 previous years before that, they won the gold medal 5 years in a row. This is the first time that they will have to settle for the bronze medal. And the bronze medals are going to be handed out right now, so we will bring that to you in just a moment as you can see the teams lining up on the third base side as the Saints will receive their bronze medals in just a moment. The player of the game for the St. Clair Saints is Travis Snyder, and he comes on to accept the player of the game for the St. Clair Saints, and he was outstanding. He only gave up a couple of hits in the entire ball game, and had things fall apart a little bit on the defensive side. He hit a batter in the 8th, and there was an error defensively. So tough break there for Travis Snyder and Jake LeGros, who was outstanding as well. These pitchers were fantastic in the game. Jake LeGros, the starting pitcher for the Lords, gets player of the game as he goes the distance and wins this game 4-1. OCAA All-Stars being named now. Brendan Renault is named one of the tournament All-Stars with a batting average of 500 in the games that 3 games that the Saints have played, and he was 5 for 10. So Brendan Renault is one of the All-Stars for the Saints. And the Saints will get their bronze medals in just a moment, and we'll let you see that, and we'll let you listen to their names being announced.
Number 3, Riley Warren. Number 4, Micah Harris. Number 5, Francisco Rivera. Number 6, Michael Hamlin. Number 7, Patrick Kibble. Number 8, Eric Nanta. Number 9, Austin Olds. Number 10, Max Toppoli. Number 12, Michael Beal. Number 13, Aiden Petrie. Number 14, Michael McKay. Number 15, Mitch Zerbin. Number 16, Cameron Wall. Number 19, Carter Ray. Number 22, Daniel Goslin. Number 23, Travis Snyder. Number 24, Riley Vernon. Number 28, Emilio Valdez. Number 34, Mitchell Prissa. Number 38, Evan Ferguson. And number 40, Luis Barrios. Coaches of St. Clair, head coach Dave Cooper. Assistant coach Tristan Bouchat. Assistant coach Casey Boutet. Assistant coach Roberto Duncan. Assistant coach Kyle Breitner. OCAA bronze medalist, the St. Clair Saints.
So the St. Clair Saints getting their bronze medals for a third-place finish this year at the OCAA Championships as they fall in extra innings 4-1 to the Durham Lords in a classic game. It was just a nail-biter, just a terrific game we saw some great defensive plays and we saw some outstanding pitching. Travis Snyder of St. Clair giving up only 2 hits over 8 innings and ended up losing the game. Jake LeGros gave up 1 run and 6 hits over 8 innings. Just outstanding pitching from OCAA's two of the best pitchers in the league. So the Durham Lords will regroup and get ready to face the Humber Hawks in just an hour's time here at Kinsmen Stadium, and that'll be the gold medal matchup. The Lords will have to beat Humber twice, though, to win the OCAA championship, and the first game will take place at 1 o'clock. If Durham wins that game, then there would be a second game this afternoon at 4 o'clock Eastern Time, and that would be the final game of this season. So it'll be a gold-silver matchup between Humber and Durham in about an hour's time. Scheduled start time 1 o'clock here at Kinsmen Stadium. So again, the final score in extra innings, the Durham Lords 4 and the St. Clair Saints 1. The Saints take home the bronze. Durham and Humber will battle it out for gold and silver this afternoon. My name is Brian Oliver. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again in about an hour's time here for the final matchup of the OCAA 2019 Men's Baseball Championship live stream here on Sports Canada TV. Good afternoon from Oshawa.